My mentality is to just always give my best, to try to not make any excuses, to just learn I'm gonna compete forever, but every time I compete, try to compete like it's the last time. In this case, it is the last time. I learned through high school, through coaches I had then, that success is defined as giving your best when your best is needed. And just training really hard and working really hard and believing in getting better. 12 years ago, went to a CrossFit gym and I was just doing it to get better for volleyball. I was sort of convinced to do this local competition. Didn't think I'd really have maybe that much fun, didn't think I'd be that good at it, and found I had a knack for it immediately. I think there were 50 athletes and I came 5th place or something, and thought, if I keep working at this, I could be pretty good at it. And was just enjoying, new challenges, right? Was enjoying having to learn all these new skills. Just felt like there was so many possibilities to compete, and the opportunities to compete with volleyball were just kind of diminishing. When I started, I definitely didn't think I'd be doing it for 12 years. I've always been less about big shiny goals, and it's always been more about process. And it's been success is defined as giving your best. That mentality I learned worked because we had that mentality, in high school, and we went 59-0 undefeated, and we won Division I championships for volleyball.
You good?
Let me just double check.
Yeah. Come on.
Hey,
Brent Fikowski. Brent Fikowski, 13.1, region Australia from CrossFit Broadbeach.
It was more just immediate goal was hey, I think I can make regionals based on some testing we did and based on some other athletes who made regionals. I think someone said, I think you can make the games one day. And I was like, that's impossible. Those guys are crazy. If you look that far ahead, it will feel like in the moment you're failing. What are you doing in the next week to just get better? What are you doing in the next month? What is the next competition? And kind of staying pretty short-minded. I feel like I'm still getting better, and I feel especially in the last 12 months, the competition performances that I've put out at Rogue, Wodapalooza, semifinals, CrossFit Games, and hopefully again this weekend at Rogue, are my best ever, performances I've ever given. Knowing that has made it challenging, and it's made it an interesting decision to retire.
We will miss Brent Fikowski. This is his final event. Here goes Brent Fikowski for the final time.
What would you say you've loved most about this journey that you've been on?
Yeah, I think it's the men and women in the back, right? It's you only get to see them maybe twice a year, but they're some of your closest friends, and it's the privilege and honor of my life to share the floor with them, without a doubt. And I know if they're pushing hard in training, I know how hard I've had to push and how much I've had to dedicate. I know if I've had to do that, I know they have, and I'm just so grateful to have them as friends. And it's just been so great to share this experience with them.
Earlier in 2024, the plan wasn't to retire by the end of the year, but it was definitely something that I'd spoken to my wife about as, a possibility. It was maybe end of this year, maybe one more season, and we were kind of starting to discuss that. And it was less about the physical elements of the sport, because I felt like I was still getting better, but it was more just a feeling of new challenges, and just my energy and my love and what was really getting me excited was shifting. I just intend to kind of continue to give that same level of focus and energy into other areas, and that's what's really exciting for me. And that's kind of why I made this decision, is just I'm really excited about the PFA, right? I'm really excited about trying to make this sport better for the athletes. It's just been lighting a fire under me that is just stronger than the desire to, train for another competition and compete in another competition. And there's some unknowns there, and it's a little scary, but I think time will be the judge of what I can accomplish there and what a group of people can accomplish there. My passion towards the PFA and a desire, to be more involved in the sport and that level is one of the decisions. And then part of it too is having a daughter.
I think the time commitment that it takes to hold a competitive level at a certain place means that you're missing some time with your family or things like that. It's cool. It's like cool to have an ally that's you feel like is in a similar situation to you and has a similar perspective as you. We've kind of done this thing together, like right from the start, right? So I wish him the best of luck, and he deserves it. I'm happy for him. I think he's gonna enjoy his retirement more than most people know, and I think I want that for him, and just for him to know that there's gonna be an empty space there for him.
And Brent Fikowski is through.
I'm proud that I just gave my best. And I feel like over the last 12 years, like I've genuinely poured a lot of myself into the training, into the prep, into those competitions, and really put forward that's all I could have done, which I'm proud of. Just sad. It's just the closing of the chapter. Before the workout started, I just said in Jason's ear, "Your best is good enough." Gave a bump to Dallin and Ricky and some of the other guys, "Let's go, guys." And I said, "All right, last one." And I'm like, "Oh, geez." That's starting, I can feel that, that's real. And then, just started the workout and just focused on what I do.
Fikowski's going to probably finish inside the top 5.
In the last 2 years, I'm 9 events in a row between 4th and 2nd, no first places. But yeah, it was Dubai 3rd, Wadapalooza 4th, semis 2nd, games 4th, Rogue 4th, Wadapalooza 2nd, semis 2nd, games 3rd, and now Rogue 2nd. So that's my best run. But yeah, I could add one more, whether that's a gold or something else, but I'm happy. And I'm just really excited about other things, and was worried this weekend I might enjoy it so much that I'd be oh, maybe I'll dip back in, but hasn't been the case. I've enjoyed it, but it's time. Yeah, I'm really happy with my decision, and I think I timed it well, and just grateful for everything I've been able to experience. It's you can't pay to be out on this floor, right? There's no amount of money that can get you to compete at this level. It's it's hard work and a little bit of luck, and I'm just fortunate that I had this opportunity for 12 years to compete on the best stages. So for everyone who's supported me or played some small role the last 12 years, or even if it's just been the last 2 or 3, if you've been a fan, just thanks. I mean, it's been so crazy. I never intended to be a sports entertainer, a professional athlete. I thought that was all over after my last college volleyball game when I was 20 years old. And it's been crazy to be able to do it for another 12 years. And I'm thankful for it, and I'm excited for this weekend just to finish empty.
Let's make some noise. Get on your feet. Show someone